All right, everybody. Welcome to the Autumn 2020 YouTube live stream. Hashtag Ask SmurfyDan, formerly known as Neville Van, Buster the Steamroller, or what have you. You know me. And here with me, starting with here are Scott, aka Picklicky Studios. Scott, we're live. Scott.
Sorry, I was like, hi, I'm Scott. You may know me as Clicky Studios, who used to be known as Lister 2 Red Dwarf and Starbuck Productions. Since New Year 2020, I've changed my channel name to a more appropriate way, more mature. So it's now it's Clicky Studios.
Oh, that's very nice. Next is Luke, aka 3-1 testifier of the Thomas Wikia staff members.
I don't think I'm technically a staff member, but I'm definitely an editor.
Used to. But okay. How are you?
I don't know. Who knows? Hi, everyone. I'm Luke. You may have known me at some point as 3-1 Testify. I am now, where is it? It's over here. I'm now the Backlog Archive on Twitter. And I actually changed my YouTube channel name to just be my name.
I'll be sure to follow you.
Thank you. And it's going to be here the whole time. So don't hesitate from following me because I'm really cool and funny and I have a lot of interesting facts on Twitter. If you like Thomas stuff, there's going to be a lot of Thomas stuff there. Little self-plug, sorry, but I had to get that out of the way.
Anyways, next is an old face, an old friend of ours, aka who is also happens to be known as, it used to be known as Emily Finn 619. I'm sure that name rings a bell. But nonetheless, here she is, Chelsea, aka Luna.
Please call me Chelsea.
Hey, Chelsea.
Hi. I'm not really making videos as much anymore, but I'm still hanging around.
Oh, good. That's very good to know.
It feels good to be back. I have nothing better to do right now. I'm on quarantine. For those of you who are not friends with me on Facebook, I was diagnosed with COVID-19 on the 22nd of October. So yeah, things have been pretty tough. Kind of.
Yeah.
Because I mean, my dad's been out of work, my brother's been out of work. So we're practically just getting through this together, I guess.
Yep. Well, that thing is, no matter what happens, we all have to pull together.
Yep.
Never give up.
Yep.
It's been like, how many days has it been? The symptoms started on the 14th.
14th. That's a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So I survived the virus. I mean,
that's all good.
I've been having like mild symptoms. I mean, I think my worst symptom was probably like a fever of 102. I don't know what that would be in Celsius. I'm understanding that you people in British say Celsius rather than Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that is in Celsius, but
that's all right. Well, Brennan Productions, there's your answer from Chelsea about her most shameful experience. But I don't know if I have any shameful experiences, to be honest, either. But there was one time in March 2015, I was I got rightfully told off by Ryan on Twitter for supposedly ganging up on a person who goes by the name of Peter Samfan number 4. I was around the time when 2015 was also the time when things are going on a new low for me, both mentally and physically. But in the end, I pulled myself together and improved myself. This included in changing my YouTube name, then changing the status of making videos. Hence, I've now been able to making fun documentary stuff and all new videos and railway day outs and such. So yeah, that's pretty much one of those shameful experiences I've had. How about you, Luke, from Brendan Productions? What has been your most shameful experience?
Shameful experience. I'm assuming he means in the community or just in life in general, because I have a lot of those.
Either one is good. Either
in
one.
the shameful. I can definitely think of times where I've embarrassed myself in front of people, and I've like said the wrong things, or I've like started a conversation in like Twitter DMs off on a really awkward and terrible note, which made it a really bad impression of myself. Shameful. I don't think I've done anything too egregious, though. I think just I think well then I think maybe just
maybe his connections went away. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be back in a minute or so. That's just me guessing. Anyways, carry on.
I think just embarrassing myself, like in private messages, maybe just with new people. But I'm usually good with new people. I think it's just like breaking the ice with strangers online could be a bit funny sometimes. I'm usually great with in-person stuff. So that's probably my most shameful experience, I think.
All right. That's pretty fascinating to hear. How about you, Scott? What had been your shameful experience in any ways?
I don't think I've got much shameful experiences. I honestly can't remember what.
That's okay.
Well, my most shameful experience is to keep falling out with my mum.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's another one of those factors that most people have, including me at home. Family arguments, but that's no, I won't go into too much details about it in case it's too personal.
Yeah. Let's just keep falling out with my mum all the time. You know, keep disagreeing, arguing, things like that. But you know, it's what you do with parents, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rough. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Anyways, we're moving into some interesting question from Wrestling and Railway Productions, who said, I think he meant fought on Thomas OCs. We'll start with Chelsea, since she was responsible for creating the Sterlings. Have you heard of that?
Right. What was that question again? I got a little bit lost.
Wait. Hear this. Thoughts on Thomas OCs, as in original characters.
Oh yeah. Them. Yeah. Them. What? I don't draw them in that. I don't draw them like that anymore. I just moved on to the Loud House, really, and
in case if you guys hadn't heard, Chelsea had pretty much moved from Thomas to this new Nickelodeon animated show called The Loud House.
Right, of course.
I just love it. I mean, it has all these characters that's like so diverse. Like there's white characters, there's Black characters, Hispanic characters. More recently, well, maybe not very recently, they've introduced characters who are LGBT. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
I can see why there's a lot of appeal in the Loud House, because, like as you were saying, the diversity of the characters. But I think like kind of like Thomas, there's a lot of clashing personalities, and I think that's always a big draw when it comes to shows like that.
Yeah, that's the thing about the show. They don't. The characters are not very bland. They're more unique. I mean, you have characters who are interested in music and others who are interested in sports. Like,
absolutely,
they're funny. I mean,
okay, that's interesting to know about your thoughts on the OCs and then the Loud House. That is, we're going off topic quite a bit before the next person.
It happens.
Luke now. And what are your thoughts on Thomas' original characters?
I think that having original characters can be a good thing. I think that there's a lot of room for playing with what you would like to see in a character, and I think that's always interesting. Like characters like Richard, for example, a really well fleshed out character and like a lot of cool stories. Stuff.
Hello, Aaron. Brum Engine Studio.
There's a lot of whoa, what's going on? Okay. I think like you can have a lot of like unique stories from new characters, but then again you also have the flip side of that where you have like sort of like these recolors of existing characters. Like you see a lot of recolored E2s or whatever Percy's based on. I don't have a problem with them. It's just funny to see that like there's a lot of them. That's my thought on them. I don't really have a problem with anyone making original characters.
That's an interesting insight, Luke. Anyways, here is my thoughts on Thomas OCs. Are we all ready to hear this?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go for it, Daniel.
Okay. Well, it all depends on how it all goes well for many as creators. For those who like to create their own original characters to Thomas and stuff like that. But then again, there are a few exceptions that I do like. Well, one of them that happens to be Liz, the Blue Saddle Tank Engine, who was created by Blue Engine Liz, also known as Liz Productions 5784. I did like that engine, yeah. The rest of like Richard, that's interesting, but just as long as they had been, they weren't falling into the wrong hands. And of course, I was referring to them people that makes a character OCs, giving an OCs community a bad name. I mean, like Bosher Studios. Have you heard of that name?
I'm a little familiar with Bosher. I'm not too involved, but I kind of know him.
Yeah.
I know of him, I should say.
I don't care much about Bosher's works because you see, most of his channels were nothing. Most of his channel was mostly nothing but screaming and raving, over dramatic dramas and stuff concerning the his channel being made by outsiders, Thomas fan base and stuff like that. But I digress. Anyway, hello, Kirsty, aka Rosie the Cutie 95. Hello, everybody in the live chat.
Just welcome to everybody. Welcome.
Hello.
Here I'm in this little box.
Yep.
There's Daniel.
And
right next to me.
And that's pretty much my answer to the question about Thomas OCs. Let's moving on to Scott down here. What are your thoughts on Thomas OCs as in original characters?
I know. What does an OC mean, may I ask? Just before I answer, what does an OC mean?
It's an abbreviation for like original character, like not an official character per se, but it's like a fan created character. You know?
Oh, you mean like you like make your own character?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's one scene train I like. It's like one of those.
Please excuse my mother shouting. I'll be right back.
Right then.
Yeah.
So I'm saying.
Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. I go to Whitwell and Reetham station. They have this grey engine with 4 wheels. But if it had 6 wheels, it'd be like Stanley from Thomas. But it's not. It's 4 wheels, a bit like Bill and Ben. But I'd like to base an engine on that because, like a shunting engine.
Yeah.
But in my honest opinion, anything I like to do with making my own characters, I'd base them on 2 different types of engines. The first one was the one I spoke about. The second one would be the B12 from the Norfolk Railway. I'd like to base an engine on that one because I love that one. I actually love that one.
I think it's always interesting to see the engines, like the original characters, better engines, and yeah, of course you get a lot of trucks as well. But I think you don't see as many road vehicles like original OC road vehicle characters from Thomas fans. You do see some, of course, like Rory, for example, but he's the only one I can think of off the top of my head, and I know there's more, and I'm sorry if I'm not naming them all right now, but do you want to maybe we should answer another question, because I'm not sure when Daniel's coming back, so we're gonna have to improvise here, folks.
Yeah, so
we're gonna have to take charge.
Okay, hold on.
Our leader is gone. Panic.
I don't like this. There was one question from the top here. Hold on. Here's what it says: Ironhide 251. Which do you prefer? Team 1, Edward, Gordon, and Henry, or Team 2, Gordon, Henry, and James?
Oh wait, what was this?
Do we prefer Team 1, Edward, Gordon, and Henry, or Team 2, Gordon, Henry, and James? Out of those teams, with one of them from a different team, another from a different team.
I really like these two groupings, and I think the characters are all brilliant. I'm gonna have to go with the big engine trio of Gordon, Henry, and James. That's what I always think of it. Absolutely, and like they're just it's such a funny pairing. Not pairing. It's just a funny little trio that we have here, and they always have their inputs and their big egos, and I think it's just. I wish we got to see more with those three, because they just seem like the perfect combination of just big engine-ness. I know I'm doing a terrible job of describing this, but I want to hear what you guys think. Thoughts?
I'll go. I'd rather prefer the original 3 railway engines, Edward, Gordon, and Henry. I prefer that, because when it comes to James, they cause trouble. But when it comes to Edward, Gordon, and Henry, things are the same. Although they did tease Edward on troublesome engines, and Series 1, of course.
That's true.
Look who's back.
All right.
I was just answering the question. I was answering the question for you, Daniel. It's from the person called Ironhide 251. You and Chelsea will do yours. Here's a question. It says, which do you prefer? Team 1, Edward, Gordon, and Henry, or Team 2, Gordon, Henry, and James? We and Luke said Gordon, Henry, and James. I said Edward, Gordon, and Henry. So for the other two, for you two, for the other two of you, which one would you prefer?
It's complicated for me to pick. As much as I would prefer Team 2, but I didn't mind Team 1, since Edward, Gordon, and Henry were pretty much the first ever engines created for the book, the 3 railway engines, 75 years ago. So yeah, there's your answer.
Oh, I know what team I'm on. I'm on Team Thomas all the way, baby.
Ooh.
The computer doesn't do this thing justice, but this is a gorgeous little Thomas I have here. Look. I don't really know. I think this is a bath toy, and you can see at the bottom, I think this is for shampoo or soap.
I saw this at a car boot sale a couple of years back. I nearly got it, but I was.
This is my favorite Thomas ever, I think. Look how beautiful this little guy is.
Yes.
He's marked as Euromark at the bottom there. I also found this guy at a car boot sale, but I'm derailing the conversation a little bit with my little Thomas buddy.
We haven't got to Chelsea's choice yet, have we? What team would she prefer?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not sure which one I pick, though I've seen Gordon, Henry, and James together most often because if you're not seeing that Tenders and Turntables, no, it's the episode after that.
Oh, the truck in the shed.
Yeah, that one. Forgive me, I haven't really seen much of the new stuff because
that's fair enough.
But anyways, those three blacklisted Edward, and
they did.
Right.
So
I together they're quite strong. They really do have a lot of say of what happens, what doesn't. It's very clicky, and I think that's quite that really works for them. It's something I really wish we saw more of. But I think at the end of the day, they're all really great characters, so there's no really right or wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Good agreement.
I'm seeing some questions on Halloween traditions. What do you like to do during Halloween? What are your favorite Halloween traditions, everyone?
Candy duty. I get the kids sweets when I dress up.
Oh, okay.
That's my tradition. I've been doing it since how long has that been? Done it for 7 years now. Well, I couldn't do it this year because no one was allowed to do any trick or treating, which was a shame. But I dress up to do some candy duty. Sometimes people want some selfies done.
For me, I don't know my tradition, but just recently, I already finished watching a whole movie marathon of Harry Potter.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, I heard you mention that. Yeah.
As much as I do remember reading the first 2 books while I was in college, it's just the movie versions I was mostly familiar with myself.
Yeah. Well, you know, I said just now I dress up for candy duty. Do you want to? Daniel probably knows what I dress up as, but don't think Luke knows what I dress up as. Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't give it away.
Don't
give
worry,
it away.
I won't say a thing. I won't say a thing.
I'm telling Daniel not to give it away because he knows what I dress up as for Halloween and Comic Cons.
Where?
So, do you want to know what I dress up as, Luke?
I would love to know. I would love to know.
I dress up as a Power Ranger.
Which Power Ranger specifically?
Tommy.
Right. That's really cool. I think the dressing up of Halloween is just always a lot of fun, I think.
Yeah. Well, when I dress up as a Power Ranger, because I do it at Comic Cons, as well. Especially meeting Tommy himself, Jason David Frank. I've met him 3 times now, and he's such a great guy. I even said to his face that he's my childhood hero, and he was much appreciated.
That's really great.
He gave me a high five for that. That was 5 years ago, the first time we met him, and that was a great experience. That was.
All right, that's from me and Scott. And what about you, Luke? What is your favorite Halloween tradition?
Well, there's a lot of ways to celebrate Halloween. For years and years, I was a little boy, so I used to do the trick-or-treating thing. And that was a lot of fun, even if I did get a little too old for it. But I'm not sure what people did for Halloween this year. I stayed at home and ate ice cream and Nutella, and that was a bad mistake because I ate too much and I got a little sick. But what I like to do is, what my parents like to do is they like to scare children at their doorstep, which is very funny because because they're American, like they go all out, and because they live in Nottingham, I feel like as the token American family, we have to overdo everything for Halloween, and so they really get a kick out of just like freaking the neighborhood kids out by like banging the gate door, like freaking kids out near the windows and just wearing scary masks. It's very entertaining, and they always get a big kick out of it. Because where we used to live, there weren't a lot of children, but now there's a lot more kids in the area, and so there's a lot more Halloween victims. And I hope that's a tradition I can carry on and just scare the locals, like a normal person. That's always something I found very funny. And it looks like great fun. They always have a blast doing that every year. So that's something I hope to start doing soon.
All right. What's you, Chelsea? What is your favorite Halloween tradition?
Well, I feel like it's not a big thing in my family, but we don't really do much. Well, obviously this year I had to spend Halloween in my room, but this year my mom cooked some pepperoni rolls and some cookies.
Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Cookies sounds delicious.
Yeah, pepperoni rolls are a big thing in West Virginia. See, She had to bring them to my room to me because I can't leave my room or touch anything.
Anyway, that's very nice. But
Yeah.
rolls. Anyways,
Yeah.
shall we move to the next question? Let's start with
Absolutely.
friend Crane Engine Productions, who said,
Oh right, he's off. Yeah, I saw the question. I've seen the question.
Hello. What songs
best-
do you like to
My
listen-
my best buddy, my best pal, my bestest friend in the world, my brother I've never had.
All right, let's move on to let's just stick with the question though. Thank you. For songs I like to listen, too many on the list, but as of late, I kind of like the soundtrack of It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. The music composed by Vince Guaraldi. I felt
Yeah.
it a good way to celebrate Halloween, especially with the one music piece of where Linus writes later to a Great Pumpkin, the piano thing. How about you, Scott? What songs
Ghostbusters.
do you listen to during Halloween?
I always listen to Ghostbusters when it comes to Halloween.
Ghostbusters, that too.
I love the film. I love the films. I love the 80s cartoon. I even played the video game on PS3 and PS4. But when it comes to Halloween, I always watch the films and I listen to the song. And you gotta love it. I love the Ghostbusters.
That felt pretty fitting, actually. How about you, Luke? What songs do you like to listen to during Halloween? The songs.
It's weird because like I've been listening. I only seem to remember that it was that Halloween was coming up earlier this week. I kind of forgot that Halloween was happening at all this year. So it was a big surprise to me when I was like, wait a minute, it's Saturday and this is like Tuesday night. So I think I forgot to listen to Halloween music this year. Instead, I've been as silly as this sounds, on Halloween, I was listening to the opening theme for Elf. And I'm not one to celebrate Christmas early. I just like the opening theme to Elf. I do not support celebrating Christmas November 1st because it's like do it in December.
It's because I
But
got
it's
this
like-
done, isn't it?
I'm not gonna like yell at anyone for just like you have to do this or you can't do that. But like,
Hold it,
but I'm
hold it.
totally guilty of doing
I
that.
think Elf. You mean the film that stars Will Ferrell playing?
That's the one.
Oh,
I really like the music for that movie. It's got a really nice soundtrack.
Yeah, I'll admit that the music was very, very festive and fun to listen to.
Absolutely.
I found the story was bittersweet and heartwarming. I'll admit, I did like it. Last year I went to see that. It was in the local cinemas before the following day I went to the Midlands Railway in Hampshire to start my temporary volunteering work in the census specials trains.
Cool.
So, anyways, how about you, Chelsea? What songs do you like to listen to during Halloween?
Well, like I said, Halloween is a holiday that I could take and go. Though I do listen to that Halloween song from. Can you take a guess?
Halloween films.
No.
Thomas?
No.
Charlie Brown.
The Loud House.
Oh, yes.
I win!
Yay!
I love some cookies.
Yep.
Cookies. Give this man some cookies. Wish, that's rude.
Oh man, I kill myself.
Those were very good choices.
Yep.
To be fair though,
Green songs.
I did listen to Boo Boo Choo Choo on Halloween yesterday, so I did do that.
Yeah.
So it's not like I wasn't listening to just Christmas music. I was trying to like get in some spooky music before the day was over. So
Yeah. I was actually watching Scare the Engines from Thomas Series 6 because I've got a few favorite Halloween episodes. One's Haunted Henry, and from Series 5. Duncan Gets Spooked is way too scary, but it's a good one. But my most favorite is Scare the Engines from Series 6.
Oh, Chelsea left.
why? There's a lot of really great.
Speak of the devil, she's back now.
Hello again.
What happened?
So one of the questions was favorite Halloween Thomas episodes. That was another question.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
so I answered before it was asked.
Yeah. There you go. You're ahead of the game.
It's everyone.
One step ahead.
I think that was one of the questions. I think.
I between Ghost Train and Thomas Percy and the Dragon. Those are ones that I mostly grew up with, right way before the later episodes, like
I
Haunted.
didn't think Thomas Percy and the Dragon was much of a Halloween episode, if you ask
Power and the
me,
Phantom Express.
in my opinion. But Ghost Train's good.
Yeah.
Ghost Train's good.
Yeah, that was an episode that I grew up pretty fondly too. Like I now have it on DVD. There's a DVD called Percy's Ghostly Trick. That's
the American version of the Ghost Train.
Yeah. Forgive me for using American terms.
Curse you.
Curse
me.
Yeah, that VHS.
An American.
Yeah, that VHS is a VHS that I grew up pretty fond of. It was practically one of my favorite tapes growing up.
One of your favorite things for the merchandise, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The VHS VHS was one of my favorite Thomas types of merchandise way before the DVDs and books, and as well as some Wooden Railway and Bio Toys and Erdls. VHS tapes. Those were my ultra favorites, long before the newer ones comes. Anyways, we got a question from Crane Engine Productions.
Another one. What's the question?
Chelsea, who asked them, is it the song from the Halloween Loud House episode, Chelsea?
Oh, that Halloween episode of the Loud House? Yes, it was. It's called Tricked.
Tricks, okay.
Yeah, they come up with really unique episode titles. Probably better than what I could think of.
Right.
Well, I've been watching. I've been watching some Halloween episodes of the Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin, for example. My favorite one is one from season 2, Zed's Monster Mash. That's really good. It's like Tommy's a White Ranger, and they have to get him back from their dimension by fighting Zed's old monsters. It's a good episode, that one. I love the Halloween episodes, but my most favorite is Zed's Monster Mash from series 2.
Does everyone have a favorite hobby? Says Fan versus Service Boy. For me, it had to be other than doing videos on YouTube, I like photography and or watching stuff on DVDs or Blu-rays, or maybe streaming services like Disney Plus, Apple TV, Amazon Prime, and stuff, as well as your general walkings in outside of home, like walking around the local park. And sometimes along the River Thames of Kingston upon Thames to Hampton Court, which takes me an hour long, which I felt was a good exercise, really. And it's as well as it's a lovely place to see along the river, and there's a boat and the people that's walking by. I felt that it's worth walking and to take your mind out of many problems that's going on, like COVID-19's presidencies and stuff like that, and all that shenanigans.
Wear your masks, folks. Wear them.
As well as wash your hands. And
use hand sanitizer. Don't forget, folks.
You took the words right out of my mouth there, Luke.
What really bugs me about this whole COVID-19 crisis is that I work at Walmart right now, and all these people who refuse to wear the mask when they're walking into the store, forgive me if that's like a really sensitive topic, but I wish I could say something to these people, but I can't. In fact, I think that could be the reason why I caught that virus, because people won't wear the mask.
They had to they had to pay the price themselves, not you.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
Yeah, exactly. I said to my parents, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I got this virus, and now I'm probably going to spread it to you all." And I mean, that's the last thing I want.
So when do you think you'll be back to work? Whenever you get this off your, COVID? When do you think you'll be back at work?
Well, I have an internet appointment with my doctor on the 2nd, and I'm trying to go back on the 4th.
Right.
And because I agree with you. People are stupid.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah.
Just like me.
I'm going in busy streets, wearing masks, using hand sanitizers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a little worrying.
People will complain that they have to wear a mask for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour while they're shopping. Yet, as a Walmart associate, I have to wear for like 7 or 8 hours. Like, who are they to complain? Like,
does anyone else have any hobbies that they like? Getting back to that.
Shall we move on to Scott? Since we had to hear his favorite hobbies, as well as you and Chelsea. That will be next.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I've got a lot of hobbies. I like apart from filming and making videos like Daniel, I like playing video games.
I used to play
and I love collecting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Same here. Mostly rare Thomas memorabilia and stuff.
I was going to say, does anyone know what I collect?
All right.
Could it be Thomas or Power Rangers? Remember? Yeah. I win again!
That's the Yellow Space Ranger, my number one favorite Yellow Ranger, and I got her with it. Met her last year. It was great, and I'm actually friends with her, so that's really good.
Cool.
So, are we all good, Scott? Because we're going to move on to Chelsea next. Chelsea, do you have a favorite hobby or two? Do you have a favorite hobby? In case you couldn't hear. Take your time.
I'm sorry. Whose turn is it?
Yours.
It's your turn.
Oh, mine. Oh, mine. Okay.
Do you have a favorite hobby?
Favorite hobby?
Yeah.
Well, I'm an artist, so I draw. I use Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator a lot. And let's not forget this.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite hobbies. Trying to collect. Yeah.
Lots of Emily's.
Yep, I have a lot of Emily trains. Let me see if I can find another.
Okay. Good time, no rush.
Check it out. Check it out.
It's a take and play one, isn't it? Take and
play. Which version is this?
That's the talking take and play.
I think this is the British version. I think.
Okay.
I think Ross gave this to me.
Yeah, he did. I was there when he got it. I was there when he bought it for you. I went with him to get it.
Yep, it's.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. That's a very interesting one or two hobbies, Chelsea. That's you're into art, which is very interesting, as well as collecting a lot of Emily toy trains.
And, don't forget this. Don't forget this.
And the Loud House, of course.
Yeah.
How could we forget?
Yep. Yep.
That's another one of those reminders that she's a huge fan of Loud House, peoples.
Yeah.
And don't you forget it, folks.
Yeah. This is Luna. This is my favorite character. Yeah.
Luna?
Yeah.
I could tell who's that name, and that must be Luna.
Yep. I know all their names.
Very nice. I'll admit I had yet to watch the show myself, but I can tell who that character is. That's your favorite, and that is had to be Luna. So yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Let me see if I can get a better picture here. Here we are. Here's a better view of all the characters. Yep.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, they all have names starting with the letter L. Isn't that like unique or what?
What a crazy coincidence!
Oh,
my name is Luke.
Talk about.
Am I a loud Housean or what?
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, so this is a very interesting insight from you, Chelsea. Shall we move on to Luke? Do you have a favorite hobby, man?
There's a lot of things I like doing. I think one of the main ones right now, at least, is filmmaking. I'm really interested in making videos. Right now, I'm trying to make short films specifically. I actually have a few ideas in mind of things I want to make, and one or two of them might be Thomas related. And I'm hoping to actually put some videos on my channel. And I know I've been saying that for like 4 years at this point, but I really mean it this time, guys. You gotta believe me. I have like one proper video under my belt, and that's the Bournemouth vlog from February. You should watch that if you haven't, because I like it. I had a lot of fun that day. Actually, Daniel and I met up on that day. And Daniel, you actually appear in that video very briefly when you're showing me some of your collection.
Oh, you mean there's some Thomas original TV screen used props, that smaller collection that I got, and this included the garden gnomes, that mostly the smaller ones that were used in Percy and the Haunted Mine, and some music videos. Like
gnomes.
There was an engine who ran away. 2 large scales and 9 smaller miniature ones. That's a garden gnomes.
You were showing me a lot of your little figurines and like statues, I guess, of the engines, like this.
Hampshire limited edition statues that were made in 2000.
They were gorgeous. They were so nice.
I was nearing to complete the collection. It's just Harold that's left.
Here's a question. Besides Thomas, what else are you all into? I think we've kind of established that already.
Yeah.
Loud House, Power Rangers.
And Chelsea to the Loud House.
Yep. Loud House.
Yep.
For me, it's a bit of Jerry Anderson, like Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet, Stingray, and then I love a bit of Power Rangers, DC. I love, and what else? Quite a lot of things, really. But that's most of the things I love.
Yeah, for me, outside of Thomas and later the Smurfs, there are other things that I did like apart from Thomas and the Mr. Men, and of course later the Smurfs. It would have to be some Jerry Anderson shows that Scott spoken of, Charlie Brown specials, and a few Batman films from 1980s to the 90s, as well as the Nolan ones. And
which ones? What Batman films?
Batman films, mostly the late 1980s to the late 90s, as well as the ones by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, yeah, the anthology from 1989 to 1997, and then the Dark Knight trilogy from 2005 to 2012. Yeah, the Dark Knight trilogy is good. I do love the DC Extended Universe one, like Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, Justice League, Wonder Woman, all that. I love all those films. They're really good, and I'm trying to see the next Wonder Woman film. I just hope it comes out. If not, then what's going to happen?
Yeah, the other 2 stuff I forgot to mention, and I did like it outside of Thomas and the Mr. Man, that it happens to be 2 Steven Spielberg and Warner Brothers cartoons, Tiny Toon Adventures, and the Animaniacs, of course.
Yes, I remember
those.
I actually enjoyed Animaniacs more than Tiny Toons. Oh, also, Daniel, we mustn't forget Tugs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Tugs, of course.
Tugs, yes.
But that should go without saying.
Yeah, Tugs
really.
And I frequently went to see mostly the original character models in Derbyshire.
Yeah, me and Ross went to meet you there, and that was in late 2018. That was, and we had a great catch up there, didn't we?
That was a pretty good catch up. And I had to, anyways, I didn't mind if anyone prefers either show over the other, be it Tiny Toons or the Animaniacs, which is understandable.
Well, the Animaniacs, I like the spin-off Pinky and the Brain. I'm glad that's back on the reboot.
Yeah, but I'm sure that for those that will be excited to see it.
Coming back.
There will potentially be a Tiny Toons reboot as well.
Ooh.
I think there'll be different voices on some of them, aren't there?
However, there was a catch to this Tiny Toons reboot. No Elmira Duff.
Let's see. Let's have maybe a question like speed round where we just go through some of the questions that, because I think we passed a couple. Just looking through to see if we missed anything. Fireman Sam, anyone?
A little, but I actually loved Postman Pat when I was a kid. Postman Pat was more of my thing than Fireman Sam. Fireman Sam's good. I do like it, but I love Postman Pat.
I like both shows, mostly Fireman Sam.
Should there be a Thomas spinoff? I think that
I think they pretty much already had a spinoff. You know, with Jack and the Pack.
I love Jack and the Pack so much. I wish it was fleshed out into a whole thing. You know what makes me really sad is that we never got a season 2 of Jack and the Pack, or even a complete season 1 for that matter. So yes,
the other half of the episodes that were already.
Well, that's what I mean. But yeah, I would love to see a complete Jack and the Pack. Oh, if only.
Who wouldn't dream? Who wouldn't dream of us seeing a whole series coming together?
They were really nice. Let's see. Do you own any knockoffs? Ooh.
Any knockoffs?
My collection's too pure for knockoffs, so that's a hard no.
Although I do remember that one time while I was in Ireland, in the relatives, my mother's house. I remember that there was this DVD of some knockoff film of that's capitalizing Disney's Aladdin, and I thought that was.
I love that one.
Both boring and hilariously bad, especially.
The live action one. I didn't like that one.
There was this knockoff of Disney's Aladdin. That's pretty much about hilariously bad.
I'm going back through the chat, and I see someone saying, "Who's your favorite Thomas character?"
Favorite?
I think I'm obvious here.
I wonder who your favorite Thomas character could be.
Say it.
And
here. This should give you a clue.
Is that Henry? I don't know who that is. Is that Edward? Who is this?
Emily.
Yep.
Oh, it's Emily, of course.
Hello.
Oh, we have another person here, another guest.
All right, Ross.
You're muted.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello, Percy.
Hello there.
What are you doing here?
You invited me, remember?
Of course I did, didn't I? Sorry about that, Percy.
Right,
We good?
So that's our Thomas and Percy act. You know, we love doing that.
Hi guys. Hello, Chelsea.
Sorry that I asked you this much.
Hey, so sorry to be late joining the chat. I was just sorting a thing out.
Well, that's all right.
That's okay. Just glad you're on.
Oh, anyway, here's an interesting question from Primlock Prime 1997, especially now that Russ joined in. What's the rarest Thomas items in your collection? Let's start with Russ, since he's out.
I'm not sure. I think it might be the rare Ertl limited edition model trains.
Ah, that's a good choice. For me, it had to be a few either a few Japanese books or the early 90s Thomas magazines a couple of years ago. I got most rare Thomas collection stuff, mostly ones from either Japan or elsewhere.
Dan, I'd say probably the rarest things in your collections are props because those are one of a kind.
Yeah.
And there are no others, like the gnomes. There are only so many of those in the world, and you own them.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
To having been able to find some time to preserve them among a smaller collection of the official TV series screen props that I'm happy to have.
Well, I guess we'll keep it fair and stick to Thomas merchandise, but yes. Who's next?
How about you, Luke?
Oh, right. Let me think. I know I have some rare items. I think maybe because I'm quite big on the Tomy Playrail Trackmaster lines and ranges. I have a Tomy Oliver. I think I have a Trackmaster Ned. Not Ned, Trackmaster Max. I have a new in-box Trackmaster Kelly as well, I think. And I think this is also, I guess, kind of rare because I don't really see many people owning one of these too. For those who were not here earlier, it's the Euromark Bath Thomas. He was like a soap dispenser, I think, at some point in his life. And now he's just a really cool Thomas. So that's my hard flex today.
That is quite a good item, though. I must admit, that is a very good item.
How about
so
you?
Nice.
What would be the rarest Thomas items you've got in your collection? I'll be right back, guys. Someone's knocking the door.
Okay.
Take it away, the rest of you.
So how about Chelsea goes next? Oh.
My turn?
Yeah.
Sorry. Here's the rarest one for me.
Nice.
What is that?
It's a Golden Thomas.
It was a Toys R Us exclusive 5 years ago during the 70th anniversary. That was 5 years ago. I'll show that to Daniel when he gets back.
Yeah.
Cool.
Chelsea, what's the rarest thing you own?
I'm not sure. I don't even know what's rare and what's common. Well, I could tell you that my take and play trains are probably rare because they're discontinued.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm surprised this still even works.
All right, let's see what other questions we have.
This is the train that Ross gave me.
Yeah, because I think one of the other rare, I think the Ertl trains are the rare ones. Because I remember.
You gave me an Ertl train some time ago.
Yeah, the Emily one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I had yet to hear what Scott's rarest item because I had to help my mum with network. Oh, this one. That's very nice. I have one of these. That's another one of the rarest items I got as well. Yeah, that's very nice. Got have you, Chelsea, in case I didn't catch it because I had to help my mother with Netflix.
Right. Should we move on to another question?
Yeah.
I could
answer it.
There's one here says own any Tugs merchandise.
For me, it's a few books, 1 or 2 books, and the complete PFS tapes.
Well, I've only got one thing. I've got a 10-cent mug from the exhibition, from the Star Tugs Trust. That's it, Star Tugs Trust, yeah. That's the only merchandise I got at the moment.
And stuff like that. I got those.
Do you want to go next, Luke?
Yeah, sure. I do not own any official Tugs merchandise, but I do own a 10-cent fridge magnet from the Trust as well.
Yeah, I've got that too. Yeah.
I like that. That's all I have, really. I would like if it was more readily available, I would love to support the show. I mean, like, not that it's going towards anything because it's all secondhand, and I would love to own some, but it's just really expensive.
But 10 cents, I bet 10 cents is your favorite character from Tugs because he is my favorite.
I'm not sure who my favorite Tugs character is. I'd have to think about that though.
Well, my favorite Star Tug is 10 cents. And my favorite Z stack is Zoran. Hey, that's good. I guess Daniel's answered my thing for me. What my two favorite characters are 10 Cents and Zoran.
Ah, what do you know?
That's really good.
Ringity bells, everybody.
Yeah, that was at Derby, wasn't it?
Yep, Derby.
August 2019, I believe.
Maybe, but except I got this from a few years back. Maybe 2017 or 2016. I'm not sure.
I think I saw that from 2018.
I see.
I think that was still on sale around the time. So,
Anyone else got any Tugs merchandise?
Well, but do you want to go? Yeah,
I don't think because there was not much Tugs merch in the States. Am I correct?
I thought there was a show that called Salty's Lighthouse, and they had Tugs footage on there.
Even so, I doubted that there'd be a lot of Tugs merch in the States. I could be wrong though.
Okay. Well, I've got the 5 Tugs videos, all 5 of them. I've got Ertl, 10 Cents and Sunshine, and I've got them, and I've got the books as well.
All right, shall we answer the last 1 or 2 questions before we're going to end it?
I saw someone asking us to role play.
Role
play? We don't have to do that. I just wanted to mention it.
I just wanted to mention it. And we did our Thomas and Percy. I think that was why we did a little role play.
And sometimes we do 10 Cents and Sunshine.
Yeah, we do. We did a voiceover trial on that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We move to the next last 2 questions, or
any other questions? Let's see.
From Fan First Service Boy, do you have a favorite game from Nintendo? There's too many to me, but I think it's had to be a Mario games that I remember when I was a boy, like a Super Mario World and stuff like that. Look,
there's a lot of really great Mario games.
Yeah, Super Mario World was the only Nintendo game I ever completed. So yeah, that's my favorite, Super Mario World.
Luke.
I have a lot of fond memories with GameCube, Wii, DS, 3DS games. All really good titles, not just Mario, but like I had a lot of fond memories with The Legend of Zelda as well. Like earlier this summer, I was playing a lot of Wind Waker. And I almost beat Spirit Tracks. The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks is a really great game, and it's about trains. Yeah. Wouldn't you know it? And a lot of us here, we happen to all like trains. If you like it, if that sounds good, maybe consider picking that up. But yeah, there's a lot of really good Nintendo titles, I think.
That said, Luke, did you know that Luigi had its own spin-off game series called Luigi's Mansion?
Oh, right, of course. I have the original Luigi's Mansion on GameCube, and I was meaning to play it this summer as well, but I ended up playing Mario Sunshine instead. But I would like to get into it.
Do you ever play the Mario Kart game in arcades? Because I play it in the arcades. Every time I go to Great Yarmouth for Chroma, it's always the Super Mario Kart game. I play it, and I never lose. I'm always first place, because I'm like a sort of a Mario Kart arcade champion.
I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm kind of a Mario Kart legend myself.
Were
you and me, we need to like fight now.
Wait, guys.
Sorry, what did you say, Chelsea?
Were you on easy mode or hard mode when you were winning straight? Or were?
Well, I tried the hard ones. Easy, I never lose. No, I chose either, but I choose. But I always do the easy tracks, but I choose some hard tracks. You know, like lots of curls and all that. Still win them. I still win it.
There's the answer.
When I was a kid, I couldn't win the hard mode. I mean, I kept falling last. Like
you get better with practice, though. So I think
first time I ever tried that one, Mario Kart, was in Florida, 2007, at the Disney Village at the arcade there. My sister kept losing. She had one go left, and I said, "Well, let me have a go, see if I'm good at it." And she did, and I won it. And she said, "You know what? You can finish it off."
Right. Let's moving on to I think one of the very last questions, and that has to be from wait, but before we can do that, do you have a favorite Nintendo game, Russ?
No, I never really had a Nintendo. I've had a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation 2. I remember having a Game Boy as well. And as you were talking about I haven't got a favorite Nintendo game, but I do remember as you were talking about Mario, I remember I used to play a game called Super Mario Land on my Game Boy. You probably never heard of that.
Yes, I used to have that.
Yeah.
And did any of you see the cartoon series of Super Mario on TV?
I did. Yeah. Yes.
Well, in fact, the first Super Mario series is on YouTube, and Super Mario Brothers 3 cartoon is on Netflix.
Yeah. Because it's weird because there were two different shows, I believe, and that's where the Do the Mario came from. And I grew up with the Super Mario, Super the Super Mario World
It was
show, I believe.
World as well, so 3 different cartoons.
That was the one I saw in Pop a lot, I think. Kids Pop, was it? No, that's all right.
Yeah, it
Pop,
was. Yeah.
I'll get those pesky plumbers or whatever.
Plumbers. Yeah.
They got a lot of the names wrong, I think. Like they called a lot of the Koopalings different names than what they were actually supposed to be called. And of course, it was King Koopa, and Bowser was all green for some reason. Because it was based on the one game. So I don't know. It's just a bit strange, but I liked it. I'm very fond of those shows.
Yeah, they're really good.
But do you have a favorite Nintendo game?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that would be Super Mario 64. Yeah, that was my game.
That one. You mean the one with the Mario's at the start of the game?
Yep. Kept falling into pits. That's what
it's tough
would
love.
make me. That's what would make me rage quit. Like.
Oh, really?
I don't think I've ever played Mario 64, but I played 64 DS, which is like the DS remake. But it's more or less the same game anyway.
Yeah, I think
but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the main difference between the DS version is that you could play as not just Mario, but Yoshi, Luigi, and Wario, and there's 150 stars to collect, as opposed to the original one where there's only 120.
Right. Do I like Brum? Says the new storyteller. Yes, I did used to watch Brum. I did like it, mostly the 90s one.
Yeah.
Brum gets things done. Super.
A car who drives around the big town in Birmingham, helping out the people in need. That's pretty much what it's about. Brum.
Do you remember who narrated Brum?
Talia, whose name's that?
Toya Wilcox. She's a singer.
Toya Wilcox. Yes, I did hear that.
I'll tell you this. She actually was a. Luke, what are you doing?
Well, I'm not doing anything.
Oh,
I thought you had your hand doing your hand with the
Just rubbing my nose. I think I wasn't doing anything like vile, folks.
I was saying, did you know that Toya Wilcox was actually a guest at one of the Norcon conventions for a few years back, but she only came on the Sunday.
Yeah.
You
probably didn't know that, Scott.
No, I usually don't go on the Sundays. I usually go on the Saturday.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, that's like a tradition, isn't it? Yeah, the last time me and Ross went to Norcon was 2018. We went together to meet Shane River before he died.
Yeah, that was the last time we ever met him.
Yeah.
For me, I've last met Shane Rimmer in September 2018 in Leicester. That was several months before he died. He was Scott Tracy and by the original Thunderbirds TV series and 2 films.
He was a true legend. He was.
Yeah.
And he was a lovely man.
Yeah. Wonderful. As Captain Scarlet will say, he's a wonderful man.
Okay, sorry about that. Shall we move on? Sorry, Russ.
So I was going to ask Chelsea. If you could get to a convention, anyone you'd like, which one would you go to?
A convention?
Comic-Con.
Magic Railway Show.
Yes.
Let's see.
In the from the Loud House?
Loud House, yes! Yes.
Why am I not surprised?
Why am I not surprised? As Iago would say. Right, Daniel, when you said why am I not surprised, you remind me of Iago from Aladdin, the original.
Oh, that'd be a good Godfrey.
Yeah. I'd probably go to the Magic Railway Show, which was supposed to be this year, but then, it was canceled for obvious reasons, and maybe next year. Probably not, though, because I don't live in America. So
as much as I like to go,
COVID-19.
As much as I like to go to that special convention, there were a couple of factors that affected my time. But budgets on traveling, as well as traveling accommodations. And COVID-19. That's 3 factors that affected my going.
Yeah.
As much as I like to go, it's just I had to stay here just for my own safety.
And that's totally understandable and reasonable.
Absolutely.
Yep, it has ruined a lot of plans. I mean, there's a travel ban from United States to United Kingdom, so...
Yeah,
I can't go there now. Not at this stage.
Yeah, well, COVID kind of ruined everything because me and Ross, before this happened, we was looking for going to our Day Out with Thomas events.
Yeah.
But then I heard on the website they're not doing it at all this year, so they could be done. They could be on in 2021. So fingers crossed.
Who knows?
Oh, there's a question there. Sorry, Daniel. And there's a question there. I think Chelsea would like to answer. It says, why does everyone talk about the Loud House?
Because it's awesome.
Because we kind of have a loud house. We have a loud house fan here.
Yeah, that's very.
Yeah, it is. It is like
the Loud House.
There is no rules. What else you get? What else can you not talk about?
It is like
you are not allowed to talk about this.
It is like literally the coolest show ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might give it a watch one day. I don't know when.
Yeah. Ross, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Can you say literally?
Literally.
Literally.
Literally. Yeah, I can. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
I am.
I'm sensing a cultural barrier here.
Here.
Sorry to interrupt this, but I think that will be all for the Autumn 2020 Q&A live stream with me and four of my friends, including an old face. There was Stella Luna, who used to be Emily Fan 619.
Please call me Chelsea.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my. It's my nickname at work, so I've been using it on the internet as well. Yeah.
And there's Ross, Engine Studios.
Yeah.
And Big Kiliki Studios. And last but not least, Luke, aka 3 to 1 Testify, and now Backlog Archive.
That's me. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, by the way, at Backlog Archive, as you can see right here.
Yeah.
And also subscribe to me on YouTube, at Luke Rossi. That's me.
Okay.
So
all of us
do that.
There were 4 of us on Twitter, but Chelsea's no longer there anymore. But she's returned on Instagram. You can follow her over there.
Yeah.
She did some of her fabulous artwork that perfectly matched the style of the particular Nickelodeon show we're speaking of.
Yep. Literally.
Something called passion and dedication. That's something you ought to be proud of, you see.
I just wanted to say thank you, Daniel, for having us all on. I had a lot of fun tonight, and maybe we can see it soon sometime. Thank you for having us very much.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Always a pleasure being here.
Cheers, man. I hope we do another one in the winter, which would be good.
We'll think about it.
Maybe we should do a little one-off Christmas one in December, possibly.
Maybe I'll have a think about it. If
get into the spirit of Christmas in December.
It depends on how busy it is with Christmas holidays.
True. Well, as a matter of fact, I just with this lockdown going on, I'm just kind of worried because I know it's for a month. If it gets more longer, I've got a feeling it might affect mine and my family's trip to Thomas Land in the middle of December. So I'll keep you posted on that one.
Right.
Yeah.
And as for you, Chelsea, here, I'd be more than honored to say thank you for joining us.
Anytime. It was so fun. I
Thank
never did this before.
Thank you for letting us take part. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I'm not sure what else to say, but thank you. And thank you, the viewer, for watching this. And for the many questions you had, whether we got around to answering them or not, I thank you.
Since Daniel's let us join, I think we should give him an applause. So let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. I think if everyone's watching, please give Daniel a hand as well. I think
that was for you specifically, the one watching this. I'm clapping for you right now, the one watching this.
Yeah, thanks. So until next,
now you feel
or possibly the next Q&A at the end of January 2021. This is SmurfyDan with Chelsea, Scott, Ross, and Luke signing off and giving you all a toot farewell and goodbye.
Beep, beep, bye-bye.
Bye, Percy.
Next time.
Bye-bye, Thomas.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Everybody.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Toodaloo.